Well, hello everybody. Thank you again for joining us. This is Nightcap number 2. And to my immediate left, I have our brand new president, AAMN president, Mr. Blake Smith. Next to him, we have one of our newest members to the American Association for Men in Nursing, to our regional, actually our regional committee, and he is a regional leader. And his name is Adrian Robles. Yes, Robles.
Yeah, actually, yeah,
not to be confused with Robles.
Robles. It's not Robles.
Right, not Robles.
Just let that.
And then, as fabulous as always, we have the nurse doc running the show down there on the end there.
Thank you.
We appreciate you for joining us one more time.
Nurse Blake.
The man. So anyway, tonight, man, it's been a great day. It's been a really great day. Action packed. You know, I look back at all the stuff today, and I feel like it's been 2 days. There's been a lot of stuff going on today, and we've mentioned a few things at some of our previous, broadcasts, but it's been really eventful. So I'm going to pass the mic to Blake. Tell us a little bit about, man. Tell us update us of some of the great things that have happened today. Lots of great things.
Well, Fridays are usually our big days. A lot of breakouts, and what we did new this year was that we really wanted to get as much of the research out there and highlight the work that so many people are doing. We were doing hot seats where we were doing 20-minute sessions back to back to back of all this great research that's been out there that people are doing, so we can highlight as many people as possible. We did really interactive type of World Cafe for crowdsourcing and diversity inclusion, and it was a really big hit. I couldn't tell you how many people came up to me and said, like, it was such an innovative way. Other places do World Cafes. World Cafe is not like an exclusive thing to AMN, obviously, but for these individuals who come to these national conferences, and these individuals were pretty prominent. This was not their first rodeo. Right. of conferences, and for them to say that truly meant a lot to us. That we're truly trying to press the envelope of what a conference really is, what an association really is, and how we help our colleagues, help our communities, and help just the nursing profession in general. And we got to keep rethinking, never be satisfied, and really be very action-oriented when we get together, because it's only once a year for our membership. So when we get together, yes, it's about academia, it's about learning, it's about getting your CEUs, but it's also, what are we going to accomplish together? Let's do something together when we're face-to-face. That's when you get the most done. Yeah. So that's what we've been focused on. That's what we're going to continue to prove on, and I think that everyone kind of captured that
right.
today.
Right.
So,
Blake, one thing you had just said was, like, this is about, like, conferences are not just about the CEUs, and they aren't just about the academia. It's about the goal setting. And if we can't all sit down and have conversations about what's happening in the Midwest versus what's happening in the Northeast versus what's happening in the South, and know how to, like, address, like, what's happening for nurses in the landscape, then we are not really making a lot of headspace. So I think that conferences kind of like transcend that idea, like, oh, I'm just going to go meet people that I don't know. Yeah. It gives us an opportunity to all sit down at the table and really strategize about our profession that affects 3.6 million registered nurses in the United States.
Absolutely.
That's right. And I like what who was it? I can't remember who said it tonight. There's been so many great speakers. They said, what happens in men's health also, it doesn't just affect men, it affects everybody, right? Mm-hmm. So and I think that's the same with nursing, right? Whatever affects men as nurses affects everybody, every nurse, no matter what gender, no matter what ethnicity, anything, So you're right. So and we've really got some good stuff coming. Yeah. We've really got a great foundation to build upon right now.
You know what's so cool? I just noticed this as we're talking. We have every region represented up here right now. South, Midwest, West, and Northeast.
Right.
And so people don't know, if you don't know Mr. Robles over here, he is our new West region chair. Goes to West Coast University. And he's also the first ever recipient of the Emerging Leader Award given out by AAMN. So Adrian, tell a little about what that means to you, what it symbolizes, and what gives that passion for other individuals to push themselves as young leaders for not just this organization, but for nursing.
Well, I mean, I'm humbled because it's the first of its kind for this organization as this award is presented to me. So it comes with just such an honor to me to be able to be noticed by AAMN. Another thing too is that I'm still a nursing student right now. And to be able to be a part of such a professional organization at this time in my academic career, before even standing for the boards, is such a huge honor. I'm speechless when it comes to that. When you gave me the call and kind of gave me the update, telling me that, hey, by the way, you won, and I'm thinking to myself, like, wow, like I'm actually going to be going to my first professional conference. I'm going to be, accepting this award, first of its kind. So it's really humbling, and I think moving forward, it's kind of to let everyone else know that you as a student, part of this organization, you hold as much weight as the other members here that are nurses currently. So it's not you're at a different level than other members. I mean, your word is just as important. So moving forward, I think it's more just including everyone as a team and the diversity as well. Rather than just oh, well, I'm not a nurse yet, so I'm just going to take a back seat until I become a nurse, and then I will, put my flag up and start speaking and attending these conferences.
Awesome.
Well, let me tell you, man, this guy rolled in like a rock star. Never been to a nursing conference. He's, still a student, and he's doing great things. And that's kind of like my motto, let's do great things. He's doing great things, and he's not waiting, to graduate. When he rolled in, he jumped out of the vehicle. He had his sunglasses on. It's like the sky started, like the sun just shined down. 20 doves flew out from behind him as he got out of the car. It was the craziest thing.
He's painting the picture.
Craziest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Well,
but I knew as soon as I saw him, I'm like, he is the man. He is the man.
Honestly, it was funny because at first, when we were talking about building the chapter at West Coast University, Blake, I think, thought at first that I was a nurse, and when we were talking about it, he's like, "Oh, I thought you just by the way you carried yourself that you were." I was like, "That's the Marine in me, buddy."
Yeah,
we're good.
I was like, oh, okay. It's like,
yeah,
that's awesome. I was even more excited when I finally figured that out. I can't believe it took me that long to figure out, but that says something about you, Adrian.
It does.
And
it speaks volumes.
So what I love is this day was great. Right?
Dude, there's a lot of great stuff that happened
tomorrow. Brett McWilliams, our immediate past president over there,
exactly.
Is like
poking fun at us.
We're live right now.
We're live. You want to come in? You want to
come on in. Come on in. Come on in.
Come on in. Come on in.
Good looking. The guy who gave us the vote of confidence.
This is what it used to look like when the old guys were running.
Yeah.
All right.
So it looks a lot better now. I got to tell you.
So what we were just telling him, Dr. McWilliams, is that they thought today was awesome. Tomorrow is going to be just absolutely phenomenal in regards to closing this thing out. Dr. Alicia Georges, the president of AARP, is coming going to talk about the power of diversity. And we are going to stream that whole hour on our public Facebook page tomorrow morning from 8 to 9. And then here at this desk, she's going to sit down with us, and we're going to debrief and ask her questions, and she's going to engage with us and you, and hopefully please join. I think it's going to be around 9:15 because please ask your questions, because we want your questions to come to her so we can interact, and we just want to continue to bring individuals to you. This is how this whole thing has been started and why it exists, is that just because you can't be here physically, we have the technology, so why don't we utilize it?
Right.
So everybody have a great night. It's going to be so much fun tomorrow. We're all excited.